Now for our first story, the former CEO of the Microfinance and Small Loans Center, Maslok, Sedina Tamaklo Ationu, has been granted a 5 million Ghana cedi bail with 2 sureties by Accra High Court. This was after she pleaded not guilty to all 80 counts of stealing and causing financial loss to the state, causing loss to public property, improper payment of public funds, unauthorized commitment resulting in a financial obligation for the government, and contravention of the Public Procurement Act. Ramon Akwa was in court and now brings us the details.
In 2017, the Economic and Organized Crime Office, EOCO, conducted investigations into certain fraudulent disbursements of Maslok funds involving the first and second accused persons. Investigations revealed that in June 2014, Maslok invested a sum of 150,000 Ghana cedis in Obatampa Microfinance Company Limited, a licensed Tier 2 microfinance company located at Ijra in the Ashanti region. Thereafter, the first accused person offered Obatampa a further investment sum of 500,000 Ghana cedis. As a result, a Maslok Agricultural Development Bank ADB check dated 24th of July 2014 in the sum of 500,000 Ghana cedis was drawn in favor of Obatampa. Soon after Obatampa received the Maslok check, the first accused person informed the board chairman of Obatampa that the investment amount of 500,000 Ghana cedis would attract 24% interest. Obatampa decided to return the amount to Maslok since the interest rate being demanded by the accused person was too high and unprofitable for its business. They issued a check in a refund of the loan amount. Upon presentation of the check, the first accused person declined to accept the check and made a demand for a cash refund. A cash amount of 500,000 Ghana cedis was delivered to the first accused person by the board chairman of Obatampa on the night of 28th August 2014 at the Bachona Total filling station located on the Spintex Road in Accra. By a letter dated 28th August 2014, the first accused person acknowledged receipt of the refunded sum. In 2015, per letters, some of which were under the hand of the accused person, Maslok made demands on Obatampa for the payment of interest on the principal investment sum of 500,000 Ghana cedis. In response to the demands, Obatampa wrote a reminder to Maslok concerning the payment of the loan amount and drew the first accused person's attention to the unjustified demands, whereupon the demands stopped. In 2017, upon the assumption of office of a new chief executive of Maslok, a demand notice was again sent to Obatampa for the payment of accrued interest on the same investment sum of 500,000 Ghana cedis, whereupon Obatampa once again informed Maslok that the money had already been refunded since 2014. Investigations subsequently showed that Maslok had no record of the amount having been paid to it, and that the first accused person had appropriated the amount of 500,000 Ghana cedis.
What a tale. All right, now discussions about the violence which characterized the Ayawaso West Wuogon by-election are likely to continue because the police have not yet concluded their investigations and or told the public exactly what happened. Now, some words uttered by one of the men who stormed the La Bawaleshi Park as part of the national security operation, however, has raised some doubts about their real intentions. Now, this man is captured in the video showing the assault of the Member of Parliament, Sam George, saying, "This is the beginning of 2020, I swear to God." What did he mean by that? We'll analyze it in the following report.
This is not a war movie. Those are gunshots and violent sounds from La Bawaleshi in the Ayawaso West Wuogon constituency during the just ended by-election. Some new videos have resurfaced showing a group of marched and well-built men unleashing raw violence on some young men. In the middle of the fray is a young man wearing a black t-shirt being kicked around in his ribs and every part of his body by about 15 to 20 well-built men. Well, Minister of State in charge of National Security, Brian Champon, has now admitted the men are national security operatives who were tasked to locate and defuse what he calls undesirable things.
The information we have goes beyond the by-election that we just witnessed. It's a massive operation of movements of certain things that is undesirable to the public.
Okay.
And it's something that the operation or the information that we have, what we are tracking, has not ended.
He says the men will not stop unless these undesirable things are diffused.
As we speak now, our men are actively engaged in unraveling the thing that we suspect it is. So it has not ended. When it ends and we deem it fit to let apprise the public of that information, we will.
But in the middle of the chaos is the soundbite from the hooded, well-built national security operatives who assaulted Member of Parliament for Ningo Prampram, Sam George. Listen again. Translated as the beginning of 2020, I swear to God. Could this mean that party boys have infiltrated the national security officers? Could this mean that the national security operatives have a task to execute in 2020? Until the police conclude investigations, there will be more questions begging for answers.
Let's take you to the Upper West region, where the police in the capital, Wa, have arrested a 29-year-old student of the Wa Polytechnic for impersonation. Peter Sunta Winslow, who was dressed in police uniform, was arrested at Baguri upon a tip-off. He has been arraigned before the Wa Circuit Court, remanded also in police custody, and is expected to reappear on Tuesday, February 5. Rafiq Salam has more of the story.
According to the Deputy Upper West Regional Commander of the Ghana Police Service, ACP Peter Ndekuru Anamburi, the police acted on a tip-off and got a 29-year-old Wa Polytechnic second-year student arrested. Peter Winslow, a purchasing and supply student of the Polytechnic, couldn't answer a single question in the midst of the alleged commercial sex workers when confronted by the police.
At about 8:30 a.m., the police spotted the accused person who was in the police uniform without name tag, no lanyard, no beret at the Maziswa drinking spot with a group of women suspected to be commercial sex workers. The accused person was confronted by the police who suspected him to be an imposter. He was then questioned as to why he was incomplete in uniform. In the course of questioning him, the accused person quickly took to his heels. He was pursued by the officers and had him arrested. The accused person admitted having deceived the officers and also stated that the said uniform was given to him by Wa Regional Police Band for rehearsals toward the 6th March 2017. That after the anniversary, he was not able to return it to the police, but investigation has proved otherwise. This assertion it was false. After investigation, he was charged and put before court.
Peter Winslow was quickly arraigned before the court and remanded to appear on Tuesday, February 5. ACP Peter Ndekuru Anamburi praised the public for coming forth with information which led to the arrest of the notorious fugitive Hussein Sonkare last week. He would want the public to act same on other criminal issues.
Police-led intelligence, it is the public who must assist the police. I am trying to appeal to the general public of this region. If they really want the peace they want to enjoy, they should assist the police with all the information that we deserve so that we can get rid of the criminals. But if they keep the information to themselves and they don't want to assist us, the arrest of this Husseini, this notorious Husseini, is by the assistance of some other good citizens of this region. And so if they are crying, who are the criminals? They must assist us to assist them to live without fear of favor.
Reporting for JoyNews, Rafiq Salam. Wow.
Now, developing countries are said to have relegated cancer control measures to the background at a time infection is increasing. And I believe what they mean is contraction of cancer is increasing. The Union for International Cancer Control says prioritizing the disease is crucial to early detection and treatment. Now, the president of the union, Her Royal Highness Princess Dina Mirad of Jordan, spoke at an event in Kumasi to mark World Cancer Day.
World Health Organization ranks cancer as the second leading cause of death globally. 1 in 6 deaths is linked to the disease. It was responsible for an estimated 9.6 million deaths in 2018. Approximately 70% of deaths from cancer occur in low and middle income countries. Late-stage presentation and inaccessible diagnosis and treatment are common. In 2017, only 26% of low-income countries reported having diagnosis services generally available in the public sector. More than 90% of high-income countries reported availability of treatment services. Princess Mirad believes most cancer-related deaths can be reduced with political will.
You have, breast cancer, cervical cancer, you have prostate, as the doctor said, liver cancer, and so on. This is the bad news. But the good news is most of your cancers are amenable to early detection. You have great doctors. I've met many of you here in the past few days. But you need to systemize. You need to put cancer as a priority. And Kumasi has just done that. And this is why I feel very strongly that we have chosen Kumasi for many reasons. One, because there is the political will.
Former Bishop of Kumasi Diocese, Reverend Professor Kojo Kantanka, called on the clergy to refer sick spiritual seekers to medical centers.
This is the typical African mentality about disease. You're telling me about my breast, which is what? Something is happening. It must be a witch. It must be a demon. It must be something that somebody has done. And this is something that I think that we are getting into a stage where our charismatics and all those people going around are causing a great deal of havoc. Before the person goes to the hospital, for the clinical tests and all the laboratory tests to be done, he has already been in a prayer camp. He has stayed so long. By the time he comes, it is already too late.
World Cancer Day is organized by the Union for International Cancer Control and celebrated on 4 February. It is an opportunity to rally the international community to end the injustice of preventable suffering due to cancer. This year's theme, I Can, We Can, acknowledges everyone has a part to play in eradicating cancer. Dr. Beatrice Yafiade is president of Breast Care International and Peace and Love Hospitals.
But thanks to our survivors who have braved the storm to come out and even show their prosthesis and show their scars for people to know that cancer is survivable.
Reporting for JoyNews, Kwesi Debra.
Well, early reporting of cases is a key, and if you do that, at least you get more of the preventable deaths as a result of the cancers. And I hope that we will all do the right things. That's it for the news, though.
Thank you very much for staying with us. And of course, there's even more coming up when we do the newspaper review, followed by sports. All after these.